Alright. You slash at him, and you have the feeling that had you not slipped in the beer, you would have killed him, but you slashed him, and he screams in pain, and Shemeshka sighs and pinches the bridge of her nose, and says,
Yep.
Amateurs.
I give her a scathing look.
And he will whip out a mace and lay into you at your grand advantage, clipping, bashing at your legs. The first one missed, and the second one missed. You can riposte. Go ahead.
So,
and there you're able to skewer him with the rapier through the throat, and he dies. But the damage is done. You hear a shout from the north saying, "What the fuck is that noise?" And Hassan is hastily reloading, so it's his turn. His heavy crossbow. His move action is to reload. He's got it loaded. He'll be ready.
yep.
And you can hear a thumping noise to the north, heavy footsteps. Shemeshka, a light crossbow I don't think has loading as a component, but it might. She's got it loaded and readied. She's crouched in the corner, and you have a turn in between.
Okay, I run out into the corridor. Is there a way of barring these double doors? Is there like a locking bar across the back or a bolt or anything?
Yeah.
Yep, so I shut the doors behind us, bar the doors to stop anyone coming in at our backs.
Okay.
And I'll listen at this door, see if I can hear anything within there. So,
all seems quiet.
okay. I will open the door as quietly as I can.
Alright.
Not that quietly.
Well, flinging it open. You can see within a couple of chairs and a candle. And not much else going on.
Okay. So I move up the corridor.
That'd probably be it.
Cool. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because we're still in initiative, aren't we? So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because you were alerted
Yep.
to the north. Alright, yep. Because you barred the door, you shut the door, barred the door, open another door. There'd probably be an action somewhere there. Take a look inside. Your friends are readied. This door to the north bursts open. And you see Sibbert do a weird kind of hop out and through the door on one leg. He's wearing actually nothing. He's buck naked. But he is wielding a great axe. And he says, "What the fuck is this?" And of course, Hassan and Shemeshka will fire at him. Hassan hit. Shemeshka will fire. She does not have all the assassin stuff because he was alerted. But for her part, she did roll a crit, so that's good news. Unfortunately, that means I have to do some more rolls here. What you didn't know is that all of her rounds are poisoned. She's been taking the time in between turns to re-poison more ammunition.
Cool.
But he passed his con save. You see it slows him down. It's like Wolverine getting hit by a stun round. He slows for only a moment, shakes it off. His eyes roll in his head, as you can see by the picture. And he is furious and crazed, in fact. And he will lay into Hassan, being the nearest thing, with a great axe. And nice reckless feature. He has advantage on the attack. Hit. Of course, Hassan's not wearing anything. Cleaves into Hassan's shoulder. Blood splatters out. Hassan howls in pain. And then on Hassan's turn, he will disengage and withdraw to here and start fumblingly trying to reload his heavy crossbow. Shemeshka is a pro. She'll fire again with her light crossbow. And she crits again. Apparently, Shemeshka is a pro.
Yeah. Does she want a job?
She's got a job, as you can tell. Man, I didn't think she'd crit that much, but she sure did. But Sibbert, to his credit, makes the save again. Keeps coming at you, wild-eyed, and Rand, it's your turn.
Does that reckless attack mean he now grants advantage?
It does, yeah. I'll put the token on him.
Cool.
Yeah, he's wild. He's not wearing anything, buck naked, and wildly laying about with a great axe.
Okay, so I attack with my rapier. That's a 16
Yeah, hits.
for 11 damage. That's sneak attack. So 19 damage.
Okay.
And then I will make a dagger master attack with the offhand.
That hits.
Nice.
You can tell that would have killed a lesser man. Sibbert takes it and grins at you like
I growl at him. You ready to meet Karvik? You fool.
and he reminds me. He growls back at you and he says, I eat Karvik for breakfast. And then he hacks at you with his great axe.
Has Karvik got a reply to that?
Karvik doesn't for once, actually. Remained silent for a moment. Yep. He takes a swipe at you, Rand. You're able to dodge it.
Sidestep easily.
And then here comes another one. That one hits you, but it barely glances for 4 damage. And then you see, finally, you might have been wondering, Jaliana steps out into the corridor. She looks like this.
Nice.
And she is wearing just basically a wrap and nothing else. However, when she steps out, you saw Sibbert did kind of a weird hop as he came out. Jaliana was unaware of it and steps right into a bear trap that was on the floor.
Oh shit.
Snaps over her leg, and she howls in pain. And of course is now grabbed. Hassan has his heavy crossbow reloaded. He takes a shot. It does hit for minimal damage. Just grazes Sibbert. Shemeshka reloads her light crossbow, takes a shot.
Crits.
Probably. She's got a precedent. Well, this one wasn't as good. She's maybe feeling a little bit more hesitant. It grazes. It looks like Shemeshka was being careful not to hit Jaliana, and the shot goes, it just grazes Sibbert right along here.
Yeah.
As she saw Jaliana come out into the room. And Hassan and both Hassan and Shemeshka, well, sorry, not Shemeshka, but Hassan shouts, Jaliana, I'm here to save you. And Rand, it's your turn.
Were his attacks reckless last round?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, every round.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So he's still got an
berserker.
advantage. Okay, so we go rapier again. Crit.
Yep.
So sneak attack, and a D8. But that's only 8 damage from the rapier as well.
Okay.
Because
You stabbed him pretty good, and you got the feeling that he's too dumb to know he's dead, but he's still moving.
so I follow up with a dagger master. Just see.
Yep.
I guess that miss.
No, it hits. He doesn't. He's completely naked,
All right.
and he does not dodge.
Cool.
Yep. So you sink the dagger into his guts, and as he was about to bear down on you with the axe again, he looks down at the wound in his guts, and his eyes roll around and glare at you, and he goes to say something to you, but just blood spouts out of his mouth, and he collapses.
Nice.
And Jaliana is crouched and howling in pain at the bear trap around her ankle.
Yeah, I rush over, and would it be athletics to try and pull the
Yes.
trap apart?
Yep. There you go. And she steps out of it. All right.
And I let it go.
And it snaps shut with a clamp.
Get my fingers out of there pretty quickish. Quick
Yeah.
hands. Fast
Yep.
hands, whatever
Got
it's
fast
called.
hands. Yep.
Yeah.
And you hear the sound of thundering fists on the door outside, saying, "Boss, what's the problem? What's going on in there?" And Shemeshka shoots you a warning look while Hassan reloads his heavy crossbow.
I do my best Sibbet impersonation and say, nothing. I just fell out of bed and caught my hand in the bear trap. I've got a potion. I'll be fine.
All right, roll your persuasion or deception. Deception's the one. Charisma. You hear a little bit of muffled laughter, like they don't want Sibber to hear them laughing. They mention something of drunken bastard, maybe lucky bastard. And you hear the name Jaliana. And Karvik's at your ear saying, "You don't deserve to win this fight, and you certainly don't deserve Jaliana. Why don't you just clamp your own head in the bear trap and be done with it?"
I just give him a bit of a smug look. And then search the rest of the, well, I suppose starting with Karvik's room for my gear.
Yep. You find your gear in Sibbert's room. Actually.
Sibbert's room, that's it, sorry.
Yep.
I will investigate the chest to check for traps before opening.
Yep. It was a crude trap. You did discover it. You're able to disarm it. It was
Cool.
a simple, like a little poison needle that would shoot out of the chest. A little
Yeah.
more. And with your bone dagger, you're able to pick that loose and find your gear within. You see, actually, most of your gear is kind of strewn about the room. You find one of your bracers in one corner, another bracer in the other corner. Your cloak is actually on the bed. Your fancy long coat is also on the bed. It looks like Sibbert was kind of showing off to Jaliana before he had his fun.
Yep. And I spend a minute to arm myself and put on my own clothes.
Yep.
My own armor. I pass, I suppose, Jaliana the leather armor I've taken off, and my stolen weapons.
Yep.
Don't know if she'd be any good at them, but
She puts the armor on, yep, at least for decency, and she takes the weapons, and you can probably tell she's had some training with weapons, despite all of everything you know about her. But of course, from the note, you can already tell there's more to Jaliana than what she ever let you know in the past.
yeah. I searched the rest of the rooms for any loot, useful items, equipment.
Yep. The rest of the rooms you could search, you would find a little bit in the way of money that Sibbert had secreted away, and mostly foodstuffs like finer wines that he was kind of keeping in reserve for himself, pretty obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so I suggest to the others we give it a little bit of time for the commotion to die down outside. We seem pretty secure in here. Maybe leave it roughly an hour. Take a short rest for the commotion to die down outside before we make our escape.
Okay. Trouble, do you want to join?
Trouble could play Jaliana.
That's what I was thinking. Only if you want to. I know you don't know anything. You don't have to know anything. Do you want to click and participate. You can say no if you don't want to. Taking a short rest, an hour break.
Well, I don't know where we're at. I don't know what's going on.
You don't need to know anything. If you can left click, you can play.
Okay.
If you want to, you can. Sure. She'll take over Juliana.
Cool.
I will roleplay her as far as knowledge goes, but Trouble will do the clicking. If that
Yep.
makes sense. She's got leather armor, you said?
Rapier and a dagger.
A rapier and a dagger. Yep. That's all built in. All set. Okay. So you guys take an hour break.
Crack a bottle of Sibbert's finest. Have a refreshing glass of wine with my feet up on his bed.
Nice.
Thanks.
Hey,
Hello.
In good order. And Shemeshka is standing over here, and she's sighing, and she's tapping her foot, and she says, "We should have long been gone from this place."
I say relax. I do this stuff on a daily basis. I know what I'm doing.
Juliana says, "What of a rad?"
She says what, sorry?
What of a rad?
I say, who is a rad?
She gives you a long-suffering look, and Hassan steps forward, and he says, "We need your direction, my lady. We have not found him." And she draws herself up, and she says, "Very good." And Rand, you realize there's more to the story, and Shemeshka remains quiet.
I get face to face with Ashan, and say, "More secrets, you camel humping son of a bitch." Me and you will certainly be having words when this is over.
Juliana gives a cautious step forward past Shemeshka, lays a hand on your shoulder, and she says, "Hassan would be my guardian, and Erad is my son." She says, that you don't know this means that Sibbert also did not know this, which is good. It means he may still be alive. Only he could... Well, that's a story for another time. And she gives a sidelong look at Shemeshka. And she says, "We should be away from this place as quickly as possible."
I take a double take and say, I think we have some serious talking to do once we escape this place. And I lift the locking bar off the door. And, well, first I'll listen outside with my incredible perception skills to see whether I can hear anything.
Alright. You hear the bonfire still crackling happily, and all seems quiet otherwise.
So I lift the locking bar and quietly open the door.
Alright. Make your initiatives, and Trouble, you can roll initiative for Juliana. Alright, Rand. So it kind of makes sense as you lift the locking bar.
Yeah.
I'll give you a turn to duck aside, and as you open the door, you look across the courtyard, and there are 3 men with heavy crossbows aimed directly at you, and they let fly immediately.
Okay, so...
I will call attention to the guy that you killed in the alley, and you kind of left him out in the open.
I did.
And they saw him, and would have gone back to bed if not for seeing that. Set up positions to fire. So they will take shots, and I'll let you leap for cover, and they'll have
Could I sort of partially try and partially close the door again, so it gives me
Yeah.
like partial cover.
I was thinking a dex check to see whether it's half cover or 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
DC 15, because they were ready for you.
Is it a save or just a check?
Save.
Just a
So
save.
you got proficiency bonus on there.
Yeah, but I get +1 from the code as well.
Oh yeah.
So +4.
Nice. 3/4 cover is +5 AC.
Oh, I
Roll
need
the
to.
shots.
I need to change my AC back.
Oh yeah. Well, that's definitely a miss. Definitely a miss. And a miss. Yep, all of them. You swing the door shut again. 3 bolts slam into the door. And Shemeshka gives yet another sigh. And Hassan readies to fire. So for their turn, they'll reload and be ready for you to open the door again, because you're standing behind the half-closed door at this point. And you hear them muttering, but you can't hear what they're saying because you rolled a fumble on your listen check, of course.
Yeah.
And Shemeshka actually grabs Jaliana around the waist and holds a knife to her throat. And she says, "We stop here until I get some answers." I know you don't know what's going on, Trouble, but you are Jaliana. You are, you slept your way to the top of one gang. You are a trained concubine. And you also have some combat skills.
No wonder Rand likes her.
Yeah. But Shemeshka is a professional assassin. Well, you don't... Well, make a history check, Jaliana. Intelligence. Let's see if you recognize Shemeshka. Asan didn't. I gave him a check. You do. And well, you already know Asan. So, Jaliana, I'll give you a little bit of a review here. Asan is a cousin of yours. You are the sister of a sultan in Kalimshan, an Arabian country. And he sent Asan, a professional assassin, to come and rescue you. And Asan was told to gather Rand in the process as an asset. And so they've come and made enemies of each other, but are temporary friends too, because they both got double-crossed. Okay. You also know that Shemeshka is an assassin of the Sulpasha, who is the main head guy, and probably wants you dead. And Asan dead, and Rand dead. And she's got a knife around your throat. What you know, Jaliana, nobody else knows, is the location of your son, which is what everybody wants, because your son actually has claim to the throne of the Sulpasha. And only you know this information. So she's got a throat to Jaliana's throat, knife to Jaliana's throat with the doors closed and crossbows aimed at the doors. And Shemeshka says, "Everyone stop. I would know the location of Arad before we continue any further." And Rand, you didn't notice it, but she managed to snatch the black blade. It was in the bedroom, and she's got it held to Jaliana's throat. It's a knife that is completely black and has little wafts of shadow erupting from the blade.
I want it. I suppose it's Jaliana's turn.
Well, that's what she does. Oh yeah, that's what Shemeshka does. So Jaliana, you're grabbed around from behind with a knife to your throat, and the knife is enchanted by the god of assassins. So that's bad times.
I don't know what her strength or anything is, so...
And you wouldn't, because you were only just rescued. So it kind of makes sense where you just joined not knowing anything.
So can I fight... Can I try to get away from her grabbing me?
Yeah, it's your athletics or acrobatics, opposed by her athletics, actually. Which is not her strong suit. But she keeps a hold on you and presses the knife closer to your throat. And you can feel the knife just barely prick your skin. A little dribble of blood comes out, but you can feel that it is drawing your life force out. Or possibly poisoning you.
I want it.
Okay. I'm gonna let out a squeal to Rand that I'm in dire need. Is Karvik against me also?
Karvik is a
He's a-
ghost, and you're not aware
He's
he's there. He's
Okay.
just whispering, and Rand. Only Rand knows Karvik's there. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yep. And Jaliana, you know that your number one priority is keeping the location of Irad a secret. He's your son,
Okay.
and has claim to the throne of Kalamport, which is pretty significant.
Since I had tried breaking free, that was my action. There's nothing else I
Correct.
can do.
Yep, that's true. And that's okay. This one's all about a story. So Asan puts his crossbow down and he says, Shemeshka, you have the upper hand. Whatever you say. And he backs away. Let me put, you slam that door closed. Let me put that closed again, because you don't know what's going on outside. And Karvik says, well, you really mucked this one up, didn't you? Hassan is, let me put this one on. He's disarmed. And on your turn, Rand, Shemeshka says, she kind of gives a slight wave of the knife, and she says, I will give you the knife for the information. And then it's your turn.
I say, I sort of cock my arm back with my +1 dagger, ready to hurl it, and just say, we will give you the information. Just let Jaliana go. Give Jaliana the knife and send her over here. It's not like we can go anywhere with the barrage of crossbowmen outside the door. We can settle this like civilized people.
Okay,
Nobody needs to
persuasion.
die. Oh.
She sneers at you and she says, you expect me to believe that. Jaliana is, well, shall I say, Zani Nazai is my bargaining piece here.
And I let fly with my dagger
Nice.
with Dagger Master. +1. And I add precision to that. Still don't hit.
Yeah, that actually narrowly misses. It like scratches just against her cheek as she ducks aside with Zani. And that narrowly misses by 1.
Oh.
And she glares at you with fury in her eyes. And she says, she shoves Zani aside and says, you're both fools! And leaps forward to slaughter you and Asan. Mostly you, because Asan did disarm himself.
Yep.
And she hits you with the... she doesn't have any allies. She doesn't have advantage. Although Karvik might be a little distracting. She's gonna, well, let's see. I've got her set up a short sword, but it would be knives is what she has. Won't make a big difference, but some. Okay. She leaps forward and knifes you. Tries to knife you once. Miss. And again. That one hits for 4 piercing and a con save because it's poisoned. And you can tell that her poisons are extremely potent.
Ouch.
29 total. Whoops, I had her go on monster turn. That was her. She would be counted on monster turn now. And Asan shouts and leaps to interpose himself between Shemeshka and Zani, trying to protect her. Whipping out a mace, he'll take one mace attack. Shemeshka. Wow, he actually clips Shemeshka pretty hard in the shoulder with the mace. That was a good hit. And then Rand, it's your turn.
Did Jelliana not get a turn?
She's initiative 10. Oh,
You just bumped me off. I'm after
Well, that was weird.
Shemeshka.
no, you're right. I deleted one and didn't see it. Yeah, go ahead, Zani. Zani Nazai / Jaliana.
Oh. So, Shemeshka
You
does
were
not have
wielding a
battle axe
Rapier.
and a
long sword.
scimitar.
Scimitar. Well, do you have longsword?
It just says scimitar, battle axe.
Battle axe
And
is D8. That's the same
dagger.
as a. What did you give her, Rand?
I gave her a rapier and a dagger.
Rapier is a 1d8, so you could make the 1d8. That's your battle axe attack. Same diff.
So, okay, then I'm going to attack Shemeshka.
It depends what you attack with, though. Rapiers are dex, aren't they? If dex is higher fire.
Strength, they're all sucky.
Same. It's the same either way. Well, Rand, you know this firsthand that Jaliana is very dexterous, but she's pretty strong too. She's pretty fit.
Yeah.
No matter how you go at it, Jaliana is up to the task.
Yeah.
She's a professional concubine and has some combat training, apparently.
So, I asked Rand if he wants to attack Shemeshka. Shemeshka.
I look at the gash in my chest, leaking poison, and say, "What do you think?"
There we go.
Nice. Thani stabs her in the back with the rapier. That was a good hit. She hisses in pain, and I believe you can dagger as a bonus action. Because you can whip out that dagger as dual wielding and stab as
Yeah.
well with the dagger. Go ahead.
But it won't have. It's just the D4 without, unless she's got the two weapon fighter.
Correct.
Trait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just 4. Okay. She rolled max.
Nice.
As you can tell, Zani Nazai has some weapon expertise and scores a direct hit for full damage. She rolled a 4 on the D4.
And then I'm going to move right there and give her another target because nobody could hurt Rand.
Nice. And Asan will try and beat her with his mace some more.
Asan had his go.
Oh, that's right, yep. Well, it's good because he actually, as Zani passed in front of him, he tries to protect her and shove her behind him and grants advantage. He fumbled that attack, so that kind of makes sense. Rand, your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, so is there room for me to move around into this doorway?
Probably. Yeah, you can shove and get in there for some advantage.
Yeah. So nice close quarter fighting, and I will start with a rapier attack, and that will be a trip attack.
She fails the save and falls prone. You knocked her leg out from under her.
And then I will summon a dagger as a free action to my offhand, and attack with Dagger Master with advantage.
Yep.
Oh wait, that was also sneak attack on there because I had a.
Yep, there you go.
And then the Dagger Master. Normal dagger. With
Nice.
advantage.
You could roll the other D4, but you've stabbed her through the throat. And with a surprised, stunned look, she stares at you and death.
Cool.
And Karvik crosses his arms across his chest and looks at you and just gives you a, huh. You haven't gotten out of this yet, pretender.
I scoop up the black dagger. Quick.
I figured you'd go for it. Yep. You
Yeah.
got the black blade. Snatch it up real quick.
I see if she's got anything else of use.
She probably has a couple more doses of poison on her, potion-wise.
Yep.
This was the more applicable picture of her.
Nice.
Professional assassin, but 3 warriors, she was quickly overwhelmed. She didn't expect Zani to be able to break free of her grab like that. Of course, the Sultan's concubines would be trained in the ways of combat. And you'd think she would have known that, but she didn't.
So, have I got any sort of idea? Oh, I collect my +1 dagger that skipped off her armor.
Of course. And you've got the black blade.
I inspect the black blade. Have I got any sort of clues as to what it can do?
You will when you've got more time to discern, but you've got more concerns pressing outside, and Hassan is keen to get Zani to safety and discover the whereabouts of Irad.
Okay.
So Zani, it's your turn. As Rand finally finishes off Shemeshka. And Zani, for her part, since you don't know the whole story, I'll have to roleplay a little for you. She says, I must keep Irad safe above everything. If you can keep his identity secret and his location secret, and she glances at Hassan off the corner of her eye, I will agree to work for you in whatever capacity you need. And Rand, as I've pointed out, she is highly trained concubine.
Yeah. I say, well, first we need to rescue him. Where can we find him?
She glances at Hassan and he says, yeah, well, she knows who Hassan is. He's a cousin. She says, at the docks, if you have a ship at the ready, we can get out of here soon. Assuming we can get out of here, Karvik says, fat chance.
I say, well, let's make a break for it then. If we tie a rope around the doors and take cover in the rooms, one of us pulls the door open and the other 2 charge. Let them fire down the corridor at nothing and then charge.
Alright. Hassan says, my primary objective is the safety of Zani Nazai. Karvik whispers in her ear, you're on your own here, bub.
Very well. It's Juliana's turn, is it?
Yeah, I asked if you pulled those bodies into the
You guys
room
kind
that
of
we're
have
at.
time on your side here where we can clear off initiative. You guys can decide what you want to do because you haven't opened the doors yet.
Oh, is there any dead bodies on the other side that we need to get rid of out of the street so nobody comes looking for us?
That's a little bit. That ship sailed.
Okay, then let's go out the back door. Is there a back door?
Yeah, are there any windows?
Yeah, is there a way to get out? A basement? Tunnel?
Zani, you've been here for some time, mostly in the bedroom, and you know that this is a fortress. It has only the front door.
Okay, so I tell Rand that the only way out is at the front.
Can I, would I have to use my second wind to spend hit die?
Yeah, and you can assume you go ahead and use it now.
Yeah, so
That's
is
fine.
it like is it in combat or can I do it one at a time?
You can do it one at a time. You've got seconds to spend while you guys scour the rooms looking for another way out. Finding
Okay.
none. This place is a poorly constructed, but hastily constructed, and there are no windows.
I've got my Pariapt on, so that's
Yep.
10. 28. So that'd be 41, and I'll spend 7. So that should put me at over 46. 46 is full.
And Hassan spent 2 hit die, and Zani spent 2 hit die to be at full.
Cool. We could open the door, hold the bodies in front of us, wait till they fired, drop the bodies and charge them.
Okay.
So I'll...
Hassan nods. Karvik says, "It'll never work. Your crossbow food, my friend."
I collect that body.
But yeah, you guys can each haul a body forward.
And then I'll kick the doors open, I guess.
Nice. Everybody roll initiative as the doors are kicked open. And I'll roll for Hassan.
Oh look, they got more friends.
Yep. Drew and their buddies from the neighboring towers. Yeah, Sibbert had, well, and you knew this before you left, the Bloody Bandanas were one of the prominent street gangs of Luskan. And Sibbert took over for Karvik.
Pardon me.
So, Rand, you were the fastest. They all have rated actions. Let's see, well, there are 1, 2, 3, there are 6 of them. 2 will fire at each of the corpses, so let's say they all fire and land in the corpses that you guys held up in front of you. Since there's 2 per corpse, that makes sense. They have fired into the bodies. Your ploy worked. So you can drop
Okay.
a body and take your turn.
Yep, I drop the body and I draw my +1 rapier and the black dagger. Have you got a macro for the black dagger you could send me?
Nice try.
We'll find out how it works the hard way.
Yeah.
Okay, so my +1 dagger, and I guess I'll just charge that guy there. Are we fighting or are we... we should have probably discussed that. Are we fighting or are we making a tactical retreat?
Karvik says, "Run as you will, you'll never escape."
I just shake my head and look at Jolliana to see if what she thinks.
Well, I'll fight for my freedom, so no matter what, whether we're running or we're fighting, I want my freedom.
Okay, so if you two make a head start, you can cover me with crossbow fire, and I will join you at the walls. Just climb the parapet and jump the walls. And
Where?
Ashan knows the way.
Okay. I'm before Ashan. Is it this way?
This way. And
Okay.
this way.
Okay.
So I run, leap in the bonfire with an acrobatics check. Please don't fall in the bonfire. Oh.
The dice hate you, Rand. Every time you do something heroic, you leap straight into the bonfire.
Yep.
And you take a d10 fire damage. You take 7 fire damage.
Yep.
But that definitely puts them on their heels as you roar and come charging out. Karvik howls with laughter.
Yep. Surely I got to get an intimidate for being charging them a flame.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. Yeah, it's fairly intimidating. Yeah, they're seem more willing to load crossbows than whip out melee weapons to engage you. They think you're crazy.
Yep. So I attack this guy with my rapier. And miss. And then attack the same guy again with Dagger Master. With my +1 dagger. And throw precision on that.
Rapier.
Oh wait, I wouldn't have used that trip attack. Oh, did I use a trip? Oh no, I didn't use a trip attack.
You didn't need precision. You hit.
Oh, I hit. Okay,
Yeah, he wears leather and has no dex mod. 11 hits.
cool.
So yeah, you stabbed him. You missed with the dagger, or the rapier, but stabbed him with the dagger. Are you wielding the black blade?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I thought so.
I'd find out how it worked the hard way.
Well, I had spent a couple seconds there to show it.
Oh, nice.
There you go. I'll go ahead and show it to everybody. There's the black blade. It's a bit of a custom item. It is rare item category. +2 bonus to attack and damage. You can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the blade. The poison remains for 1 minute or until an attack using it hits. It must make a DC 15 con save or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute. And can't be used again until the next dawn for the poison component. But it's +2 dagger.
Nice.
That's the black blade. It is, if you want to look it up, it's based on
The poison, the venomous dagger.
It's somewhere between 9 Lives Stealer, which is +2, and the Dagger of Venom.
Yeah.
9 Lives Stealer was a bit much because it could outright kill something, and Dagger of Venom didn't seem at +1 quite good enough, so you got the +2 on the
Cool.
black blade.
Nice. So yeah. So well, I didn't use an action to poison the blade, did I? So, and it had already been poisoned and used on me within the day on it. So.
Yeah. So, let's see. I know we only got 5 minutes left. Most of this adventure was more for story
Yeah.
than, like combat rounds and stuff. So you, Asan, and Zani could erupt from the walls there and easily overcome this little rabble, what's left of them. Of course,
Yeah.
seeing Sibert being dead behind you, they would quickly lose nerve and run away, looking for another street boss pretty easily.
And obviously, if a maniac attacks you on fire, you're not going to hang around.
That will help. You made a pretty good intimidate at 23 on fire. Yeah, took the damage. And of course, they already know Rand has already taken on a dire wolf and a giant scorpion. They saw that whole affair.
Yeah.
So that was well played. Now, the question remains, Asan is looking for Arad, and only Zani knows where Arad is. But she won't leave Luskin without him. But she trusts Asan. Rand, are you willing to let her go back to Callanport with her cousin and her son?
If that is what she wishes to do, but I say, if your uncle has sent assassins here to kill you and your son, surely you would be played into his hands by going to Kalashan. I can offer you protection within Waterdeep. We have a fortress there, and you'll be surrounded by honourable and loyal companions of mine, and a little shitty dwarf, but you can just ignore him.
She gives you a coy look and she says, and I'm sure this service is not for free.
Well, if you feel the need to work, then I would not be opposed to it. But upon discovering your brother is the Sultan, I am loath to enforce it upon you. Maybe he would be willing to pay me to protect you.
Asan gives you an imperious look and he says, the Sultan, and he rattles off the whole name, would certainly not pay for protection when he can offer better protection on his own. So let's see, Rand, make your persuasion. Opposed by Asan's persuasion.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Hassan rolled exactly the same as you, but you did fumble yours. And Zani seems torn. We'll let trouble decide. Will you be a part-time prostitute for Rand for his somewhat guarantee of safety of your son, who might have claim to the throne? Or will you return to your brother, who is a lesser sultan, who might have claim to the throne and could possibly assassinate you and your son, but it's the enemy you know for the enemy you don't know. How much do
I
you
think I would
trust
go
Rand?
for the enemy I don't know at this point and act like I'm all in, but be on my guard. The enemy I know, I think, would also know me too well, and
Okay.
I think that my hidden talents would be best hidden with the enemy I don't know.
With
I'll
Rand
go
it
with
is.
Rand.
Hassan seems
I think
disgusted.
for saving me, I think that she would probably offer him to be her first client for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rand has had experience with Taliana, but yeah,
we've got.
it's been a
yeah,
while.
We've
It's
got
been a
history.
couple of years.
Yeah. And
Well done.
I have some unfinished business with Ashan here.
Well, Hassan he was assigned, of course you know, he wasn't a very good assassin. He was more of a bodyguard, and he will remain as such, and Zani won't fight that, him being a cousin. She would use her wiles to prevent you from attacking him outright, and maintain his, she wants layers of protection for her, and as you found out, her son, Arad, who has claim to the throne. And he was at the docks.
Cool.
And the neighboring, next to the dead man's drink, there was a warehouse, and that's where she kept him hidden. It's where she could keep a close eye on him without drawing attention. So both Zani Nazai, well, she will maintain the name Jaliana, or maybe come up with a new one to lie low in Waterdeep. And Hassan will remain as bodyguard to her, ensuring that Arad can grow up in safety, because he's really of no use until he comes of age to challenge the Sil Pasha.
They've raised a good point in the chat log. Does the
Dagger Venom
unit...
does not require attunement, no.
Cool.
Yep. Both, I've got in the chat log here. The 9 Life Stealer would have required attunement, but it would have been a very rare category, and it would have killed anything at 100 hit points or less outright. And that was a bit much. Even
Yeah.
it precluded Constructor Undead, but it had charges, and I decided to give you the Dagger of Venom at +2. So it's still very rare, but does not require attunement.
I'm quite happy with that.
Then again,
Dagger Master and a failed Constitution save is still pretty...
that's a pretty good amount of 2d10 poison is nothing to sneeze at. A DC 15 con save. I might make that attunement and only because it's a religious thing, because it is a dagger dedicated to mask. How are you on attunement? What else do you have attuned?
I've got all my attunement slot filled. I've got the Pariaptor of Healing, Coat of Protection, Cloak of Protection, and Gauntlets of Ogre Strength.
Oh.
Soon to be replaced by a Belt of Giant Strength when I hit 5,000 GP.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna make you choose the black blade. Otherwise, yeah, I think it does have to be required attunement. It's +2. It's got that con save, and also I'm gonna give you an extra bit. Well, this was always gonna be a thing. You are now known as a Demark among the loyal of Mask, the Mascarin. You have a title now at Demark. You are Demark Randalar Finnegal.
Lord Demark.
Lord Demark.
Yeah.
So you've got a title among the Mascarin, and you are still the leader of the Black Foxes, which is an underground information gathering movement.
Yep.
Whose front is the Forbidden Fruits.
I'm also trying to figure out a way to become a Mass Lord of Waterdeep. If you have any suggestions on how I
well, that could be fun too. All right.
Yep.
Well, You've sent me PMs before on your layers of intrigue on accomplishing things. So
Yep.
whatever you come up with, I'll make it work.
Cool.
Become a Masked Lord. That would fit right in. So, and that's
Yep.
that you are a Demark is the only reason I have it require attunement, because it is your, whatever you come up with, it's your way in. It is the Black Blade, meaning Mask has favored you.
Yeah. Cool.
All right?
Have we got anything about selling magical items yet?
There's there's the table. I'm not ready to handle it yet, but in the DMG there is some tables. I'll get those set up and put up on the board, and you roll for it to see what you get.
Cool. I think I'm going to drop the cloak of protection, coat of protection,
Okay,
and just go back to a standard long leather coat. as opposed
gotcha.
to
Oh, actually, I'm glad you mentioned. That reminded me. Shemeshka's armor was magic.
Oh, nice.
Why is this not coming up?
Does that also require attunement?
I'm gonna check. It's a type. Here it is. Glamored studded armor does not require attunement. It is rare. It's leather armor
it-
plus one AC. You can use a bonus action to speak the armor's command word and cause the armor to assume the appearance of a normal set of clothing or some kind of other armor. You decide what it looks like. It's an illusion. So,
Is it-
yeah, it just looks like you're not wearing armor.
And it's leather plus one, so it's the same as studded.
Right. Well, it's actually, it's studded plus one.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll take that and just make it look like my long coat.
There you go. So that will, you won't get the saves, but at least they'll keep your AC high.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Cool.
mentioned that, because I was, the whole time I was meaning to, yeah, good news, bad news kind of a thing. Yeah, she did have glamour
Yeah.
and studded leather, and you could tell there was more to Shemeshka than she let on, but since you killed her before she could really do much, there you go. So
Cool.
you've got glamored studded leather and the black blade, which is a +2 knife, and that's
Yep.
kind of your calling card now, and you are now Demark Lord Randalar Finnegal, which is another
Yep.
title. And I was totaling up some XP here. You guys killed poor Ralphie, the Winter Wolf, before he could do anything. Unsuspecting.
Yeah. I was trying to tame him, but my brain just wouldn't kick into gear because I can't talk to animals or anything. So.
Yeah. Slaughter. You know, if you had
Yeah.
just fed him the rats, he probably would have been on board.
Mm. Yeah, well, as I say, my motto: kill first, ask questions later. So.
Oh yeah. That'll be another 517 XP for you.
Nice. 570.
And it looks like some people are watching Twitch and stuff. This is all from Rand's backstory. He wrote a really, and it's all in the RP thread if you guys want to read it. Rand wrote a fantastic backstory. Anybody that wants to write a backstory, it might take me a while, but I will get around to it. And this is how I kind of want to handle rare and legendary items. You'll find out tomorrow what Arnold got. Although I wrote his entire backstory, he didn't. But I liked him, so he gets some stuff. If you come up with something cool, I will use it. Havlarn is on schedule. If he's around this weekend, he'll get some cool stuff.
Cool.
Because I am off Friday, so we're going to play some this weekend.
Cool. We're playing tonight then, after you've had some sleep.
Hopefully. That's the plan.
Cool. Well, I'll be around. What was I going to say? No, it's gone. Never mind.
No problem. All right, that was the adventure. And you now, well, let me copy paste here. You got Asan, Karvik. Now you didn't. Whoops! I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit Control C for copy. You got the kid. You got Asan and Zani, and all of them are now part of your forbidden fruits. Lusum may have been displaced, as you know firsthand, Zani Nazai has some talents.
Yeah.
And Asan is one of your new bodyguards.
Yeah, we can work the doors. Well, he can clean the bogs and empty slop trays for trying to sell me into slavery.
He did try to sell you out.
So yeah. I'll probably be looking for an opportune time to slip a knife between his ribs when.
Yep. And he's ready for it. For her part, Zani Nazai is trying to prevent that because she wants as many layers of protection as she can get. And you and Asan being against each other only serves her purposes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That's all I had planned for that one. And that worked out well. I'm glad you survived. Shemeshka could have been very nasty. As you saw, she one-shot several people with her 7d6 poison damage.
Yep, and that was pretty nasty. That
You took one of
stab in
them.
the chest. Yeah.
Yeah. She could have been worse.
So, what's the deal with Karvik? Have I still got a ghost hovering over my shoulder?
Yep. Karvik remains hovering over your shoulder.
I should
Unless
probably
you try to do something about him.
I should probably get a priest to deal with that, but seeing as Arnold's our only resident priest, and I would rather chew broken glass than ask him for a favour. I would.
Well, yeah.
I'll have to deal with the ghost.
All right. Arnold's got his own ghosts to deal with. But that's for this evening, probably, although I see he's logged in here.
Did Arnold pay us any money for assisting rescuing his girlfriend? Or is he too tired?
Well, that was on my end. You did rescue the merchant's daughter. And I was actually feeling pretty good that night and forgot to give you guys any quest reward on that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did. And I remember that. Let me see.
I think you said it was 400 XP, didn't you? I've stuck that on.
Yep, it was 400 XP for the quest complete. I'm just noticing that Arnold's here, and I have something ready for him. If you gotta go, Rand, that's fine, but I have something. So here, I'm gonna jump ahead with Arnold here, and yeah, you guys. The pay was 500 gold for rescuing Amber, and another 500 gold for. Well, you chased off the vampire lord, but you could say you killed him. You guys could fib about that. So for everyone involved, it's 1,000, and I think there were like 8 of you involved.
Yeah.
So 125 gold for everyone involved, which I'll go through the list. I think I got everybody.
Cool.
That sounds like you're.
Yeah.
I hear your bell is ringing.
Yeah. So how much gold was that? Sorry, I missed that one.
125 gold.
125. Cool. So. Right. Cheers for that, Ben. And have fun, guys. And I'll see you soon.
Yep. Thanks for playing that one. Glad we got it done.
Yep. That was great. Nice one.
Cool.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Bye.
See you this evening.
Yep. Take it easy.
Trouble, I might need some help. I don't have Arnold in my contact list. I need him to jump in just for 5 minutes real quick. It's all, I already had it set up so we can just jump him in real quick and do his thing. Oh. 1 second, I was almost ready. I'm going to take a 5-minute AFK while you get Arnold in. Or not 5 minutes, like 2 minutes. Be right back, and then we'll run through his thing real quick.
I can't call him or else I'm going to hang up on you, but I sent you a thing. It's Mo underline McMurphy.
Go ahead. Just hang up on me. Get him call him. I got a good line. Okay, sorry about that. I figured he's here, and I have half of it built, but not all of it. And I want him to... Sure, if you want. Yeah, I'm for it. If you want, I can make frozen pizza otherwise.
No, I'd rather go out. Arnold, you in?
Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
awesome. Okay,
I
Arnold.
will mute and I'll be back.
All this is, Arnold, is just a quick storyline. I had written this last night at work, and I just need a second to actually... I got half of it built, but not all of it. It's the resolution to the Grodny quest, since we kind of left that on a cliffhanger. So give me just 1 second here. I'm actually going to stop Twitch for just a second. Since that resolves Rand's storyline, this is Arnold's. I'll make a special highlight for Arnold by himself. So I'll stop the Twitch there and pick it back up in a sec.